How is everybody doing right now? It's Sunday evening, about 7:30 in the night. A little bit bored. I don't know if your life is as crazy as ours are here with this virus going around. I know it's boring for everybody, and like I said, I pray that everybody's safe in the Philippines and all the other countries, Asian countries, and here in the States. But I was just going to talk about how I met my wife and how we got married in the Philippines. I got on the date site and I talked to several girls, but I don't know, it seemed like every other one asked for money and, things that were a no-no in my opinion. So, I saw hers and looked over her profile, and she seemed awfully sweet. And so I sent her a message, and she replied. And so we talked on Skype at the very beginning. And I told her right off the bat, I said, your smile has just stole my heart, because she does. She has a great smile. But we talked on Skype for a while, and then we ended up moving to Facebook. We both had failed relationships. I've had a few more than her, but I'm quite a bit older than her too. But she didn't seem too concerned about all that. She was just looking for someone that was going to be good to her and treat her right. And I was the same way. I wanted somebody that was kind of happy with themselves and not out for what people seem to think that Americans are rich, which maybe compared to the Philippines, maybe they are. I don't know, but I have my struggles as well as everybody else. But like I said, she was just so sweet and down to earth, and so like I said, we continued to talk for a while, and I decided to go see her, and so I sent her my itinerary, and like I said, we continued talking. And unfortunately, I'm not a big talker on the computer, because I like to stay busy. I like during the day I like to go out and play golf, or do things outside when the weather's permitting, and just not a big computer guy, so just have to put up with that. But like I said, I sent her my itinerary, and it was just after January 1st when I was going. This is in 2019. I had set it up to where I was going to stay almost 30 days. And one of the reasons for that was after a long period of time we talked, and we both agreed that we wanted to get married. And like I said, I felt like she was the right one for me, and apparently she thought I was the right one for her. So no argument there. And so that's one of the reasons why I planned a longer trip over there. I've been to the Philippines three other times, and two other times before that. And like I said, those didn't work out. So wasn't looking forward to the trip, I can tell you that. But one thing that I have to admit, that Filipinos, I just love their culture. Everybody seems to be very friendly. I know you have the bad people just like we have here, and sometimes it's just nothing you can do about that. But on the whole, all the trips that I've taken there, everybody was just as nice to me, and I never felt endangered, never felt unsafe. Just I felt very comfortable, and like I said, I love the culture. Everybody, families stick close together and do a lot of things together, where it's a little different here. We're not quite, I guess our lives are a little busier, with working and things like that. I have two sisters. My mother and father passed away, dad in 2002, mom in 2014, and had a son that passed away in 2006, and I had a brother that passed away in 2009. So right now I have two older sisters that are still living, but they live quite a bit away from me, and so we stay in touch, but we don't see each other very often. So like I said, with the Filipino culture, everybody stays very much in contact. They don't go a day or two without contact. And I love that about that. And like I said, everybody's friendly, and beautiful women there too. Sorry about that, but so we kept talking, and I sent her my itinerary, and we talked about that we were going to get married, and so she was going to go ahead and start checking into things of what we needed to do when I got there, and I took all the paperwork with me. And then after a period of time before I went, her phone got stolen, so we didn't get to talk as much. We could only type to each other on Facebook, but we couldn't see each other. So that went on for a while, and so anyway, it came time for me to go, and I flew, and I tell you what, that's the longest flight. Of course, I've been on it before, but there's nothing good about it. Your flying time is 22 hours, 23 hours. I mean, you just lose a whole day and a whole night. And I'm pretty restless when it comes to that, and I can't sleep on planes. So thank God you don't do it every day, or you wouldn't last very long. But anyway, I flew there, and our plane was running a little bit late, and when we landed, of course, had to get back geared together, and then had to go through customs, and that took over an hour. And so later I found out that she almost gave up because I was running so late, because I told her my flight was going to be there at midnight. And I forgot about her not having all the total information since her phone got stolen. So she was just out front waiting and checking each time some of the crowds came out for flights. She was checking to see if I was there, and of course I wasn't. Like I said, it was probably close to about 2 o'clock before I actually got out into the airport. But then I saw her, and I thought, wow, she's a pretty girl. And she waved at me, and we both kind of smiled at each other. And so the story went on. We stayed at the Heritage Hotel there in Manila, which was close by, because I sure didn't want to travel any further than I had to for just getting there and being totally wore out. So she had her cousin and her daughters and son were there. So I got to meet them, and then, like I said, they dropped us off at the Heritage Hotel, and then got up the next day, and then she had already arranged for a condo for us to lease for the month, and so we went and took care of that, paid for that for the month, and then over the next, like I said, I was there just under 30 days, and I would say probably 14 or 15 of those days we were doing something to prepare for us getting married, going to the local barangay, and me getting clearances and her getting clearances, and we had to go through a seminar, and it was just one thing after another, which, I mean, it wasn't bad. We didn't really have any other plans, but I didn't really have the chance to travel around and see much of Manila. I've been to Cebu, and I was in Manila the first time I went, but I really didn't see much of it then either. And but we enjoyed each other. We had our laughs, and we did go and see a few things together. And but like I said, the importance of the trip was to get all our clearances and be able to get married. And I tell you what, she did a wonderful job, because I would have never been able to do it all. She talked to all the people, and made arrangements, and the rush of getting in the seminar and actually finding a priest. We thought we were never going to be able to do that. We were actually just looking for a judge that would do it, and we couldn't find any of those. And lucky enough that one of the ladies in the barangay that was taking care of some of our paperwork helped us out and gave us a priest name to call. And we called him, and he agreed to do it. So I mean, it was fantastic. And so we had a ceremony on the rooftop of the condo that we were staying at, and we had her local family, which was her cousins and their kids, and her sister flew in from over in Singapore, and her friend came in that was keeping her daughter, and so I got to meet her daughter at that time. And you know, it all worked out pretty good. We had a nice little ceremony. We really didn't have any idea how many people were going to show up, and I think we probably had maybe 20, 25 maybe at the most. And but it was a nice ceremony, and so it was just the next couple of days of just basically relaxing. And like I said, I had to fly out, but you know, I wanted to get married there, and I told her that because you know, I've been through the little quick ceremonies here, and you know, I wanted her to get married in front of her family. Like I said, I only have the two sisters, and I've got a lot of friends and stuff like that, but I wanted it to be her day. So it all worked out really well. But that flight, I tell you what, if any of y'all have ever experienced flying all day and all night, and you know, coming back, I was so tired, and of course it was freezing here in the States, in my area. You know, December, January, February, and even March, it's winter time. It's just freezing cold, and I got back, and oh my God, I wasn't prepared. I came from the warm weather of the Philippines to the cold weather here locally, so it was an experience. But if anybody's interested, you can check out our wedding ceremony and you know, some of the other things that we did. She's got a lot of videos on YouTube, and J&R Stuff Show on YouTube. I invite you to go visit, and you can see some of the videos of, like I said, our wedding and a few others, but I mean, mostly her videos are her and her daughter and some of her experiences there. But that was January of 2019. Of course, it's end of June here in end of May in 2020, and we filed all the paperwork for her to come, and we're just on the last few steps, so I expect her to be able to come here in you know, in several months to make it work out. But you know, like I said, I just really appreciate everything that she did, and you know, like I said, I love the Filipino culture. The people are so friendly, and I don't know the language, so you know, I needed her help there. I tell her that y'all speak gibberish, but I know it's not gibberish, but that's just a kind of a funny term I use. But y'all are so nice, and like I said, all the Asian countries or anybody that I've met from outside the United States have always been pretty nice. So, like I said, love your culture, and I just wish everyone the best. And like I said, I had time to kill, you know, to stay at home, you know, not to get sick, you know, so pretty boring. But the weather's good, so I got to sit out most of the days outside, just kind of walk around the yard and just look around. But like I said, I just wanted to pass on the little story about us getting married, and you know, looking forward to her coming here, and you know, it'll be a new experience for her. She's been to Singapore, but you know, she's never been here in the States, and I'm looking forward to the adventures with her, and making new videos, and meeting new friends and all that good stuff. But I wish you all the best. I love you all, and like I said, you can go to J&R Stuff Show to see our wedding ceremony if you're interested. And like I said, I wish you the best, and love you, and we'll see you soon.